Right in the rookery, it's the Chicken Peep Show. Hey folks, welcome to another Chicken Peep Show in which, well, the chickens, as you can see, are now really huge, and I need to call TNT to figure out where on earth the rest of the chicken run is coming, because I really needed to put them outside, and they're starting to really outgrow this brooder. So we'll start, as usual, by cleaning up. Now you're all not here in person, so you cannot smell how horrid this is, but they are starting to have some stank. Sorry I was late today, folks. We got really distracted over here with, I had a whole bunch of stuff I was doing for the office, and I completely, entirely lost track of time. So, we'll have the show run until 1:30 today instead of the usual 1 o'clock ending. You can see that the chicks are actually getting in the way of my cleaning, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're now so food motivated that whenever my hand comes in, they've got to find out what I'm putting in. They are desperately hungry animals, and yeah, they are pooping a whole bunch now. So, ow, knock it off. Gonna clean out the grit bowl. They really need a lot of sawdust to cover up all this smell. AC Cat asks if I can still hold them in my hand. Now I'm going to put my hand in to show you how big they are now. Ugh, that's... Ouch! Chili, knock it off. So this is my hand here. Now if I try and pick a chick up with one hand, that's not going to happen. My hand actually can no longer cover the chick's body. So it now takes me 2 hands to pick up any chick. And I can't really, I can't really hold them in my hand by itself. They can balance on my wrist now, which is kind of cute. I'll just lift that up so I can show you. But you can see here that Emily is balancing quite nicely on my wrist. Down you get, Emily. Oh, sorry about that. So, I'm just going to go and prepare their afternoon snack. After I throw more sawdust in because, oh boy. So we have here a tub of Activa. Oh gosh, they're just attacking everything. We have here a tub of Activa probiotic yogurt, vanilla flavor, 125 grams, no added sugar. Now, it is really important that you try and get yogurt that contains as little sugar as possible when you feed your chicks, because too much sugar is actually really bad for them. It's bad for their stomachs, but we want to kind of encourage growth of good gut bacteria. So this will be the second time that they've had yogurt in their little chicken lives. So we're going to mix that up with some of their pellets, about the same amount, 125 grams of pellets, and we'll give them that as a yogurt mash. Be right back. And come back. There you go. That's a delicious chicken food yogurt smoothie. I put it in a shallow dish because there are so many of them now. If I put it in a small dish, they're just going to smub it and we're not going to be able to get all of the yogurt into all of the chicks. So just going to put it around the back here. Look at them go for it. Hey, out of that. Chili, out, out. There they go. Chickens should not stand in their food bowls. This is unhygienic. So I have to be really careful with them when they're eating, because they will in fact try and stand, particularly when it's a good treat, they'll try and stand into the bowl and block others from getting food. So I'm just here as sort of a traffic control for them. So one of the things to note is that the chicks now have basically what I can only describe as a horror hunger. They are pretty much hungry and screaming all the time now, because they don't have a knowledge of when they're satiated, so they pretty much want to eat all the time, except when they're sleeping. So when it's daylight hours, you have to make sure that they have plenty of food to go around, or there'll be lots of crying and screaming and gnashing of beaks. Chickens do not stand in the yogurt mash. That is not what chickens do. Let's see if I can bring you a little closer to the scrum here. You can just take a look at how they're eating. They are very, very hungry animals. Hey, hey. So you can see here they've got very strong chickeny behaviors now. They are very, very much, you know, that sort of, I mean, they are basically swarming their food. They kind of are starting to cluck when they have something to eat. And that's just the way things are now. Let's take you back here and you can take a look. So it won't take them long to decimate that entire bowl of yogurt mash, I don't think. They're now about 66 grams of food per chick per day, more or less. And I'm having to refill the food container. The food container holds about 1.2 kilograms of food in it, so I'm having to refill it more often now. Like once every 1.5 days, like every 1.5 days, I've got to refill it because it's actually just running out. We're still keeping them on a strict diet in that I'm monitoring the intake of food that they're having to make sure that they're not overeating. But so far they seem to be on track both food-wise and growth-wise. So I will leave you guys to enjoy the chicks as they are. They are very, very fast approaching that whole chicken point. And I'll answer your questions as I move in and out of the room. So enjoy. Sure, just a moment, please. So the consignment number is 924-091-836. Well, I received the delivery of 2 of 5 boxes, and I'm just wondering where the last 3 boxes are. I had a phone call from TNT yesterday that they would check with the depot where things were and what was going on. And I haven't had a call back. And when I tried to look it up online, it says that it's fully delivered, which it isn't because I'm missing 3 boxes. Okay, cool. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear this, but I need that delivery because my house is being taken over by chickens. Yep, that is correct. No, that's all really. I just needed to know if it was on its way and where it was at, because it's really hard to find out from the online checker. The online thingy just says it's been delivered, which is not. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, bye. So that was TNT delivery, and they say that the rest of the boxes for the chicken run will be coming today, which is great because I love these little raptor monsters and I love these tiny dinosaurs very, very much, but they are very noisy and they are getting a bit stinky and they have to go outside. And if something goes wrong today, I will I don't know if you guys heard Igor, but if Igor has agreed that if he was not in meetings all afternoon, he would build that cage as soon as it arrived. That being said, we're probably going to end up building the cage over the weekend because we are busy, busy people out here. I'm just going to take you guys on a tour of the damage that is being done to our house by these chickens. So if you give me a moment, I'll just move the camera. And here we are. So this is the table that the chick brooder is on. And you can see the ladder that I have to stand on to get to the chickens. And all the way out past this line, all the way down to the door, there is nothing but sawdust and bits all over our floor. So much as I love them, I really like also having a living room floor, and that's not happening at the moment. And by the way, this is the amount of mess done after one day, because I actually vacuumed yesterday. We vacuumed this whole area and it was sparkling clean last night. And as soon as I got up this morning, that was the damage. So they are not clean animals at the moment. Also, I don't know how they managed this, but they've actually managed to get sawdust behind their cage. And we're still trying to work out how they do that. I know you can't see what I'm seeing because the camera doesn't move all the way here, but they've pretty much eaten this yogurt bowl dry. Well, R.I.P. yogurt mix, that's for sure. I do have to be more vigilant in refilling the chicks' water bottle because last night it actually ran out and they overturned it because they were so thirsty. So they are drinking a lot more, and I may actually move them to the giant double drinker just because they might actually need it. We're still waiting on the grandpa feeder for the chicks, so that's still on its way, and they say they'll get new stock somewhere around the end of May, so we may end up having to use the little feeder for the first week or so of them being in the new outdoor cage. We're also still working out the logistics of how we're going to move the chicks into the new outdoor cage and how we're going to film that, because unfortunately in our household none of our laptops can run on batteries anymore because they're so old, and we don't really have a cable that can go outside, so we'll see how it goes. So we're pretty much at the end of our time together, and that yogurt is... Let me just see. Get out of there. That yogurt is almost gone. Do not stand in there. And from all of us here at the Ragnar Rookery, we hope that you stay safe, keep healthy, and if you're in Australia, make sure you have your COVID tracker on so that the government knows where you are, because the government needs to watch. So take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in 2 days' time. And have a great day. Goodbye.